I think that allowing for the book being, after all, a parody, something like 1984 could actually happen. This is the direction the world is going in at the present time. In our world, there will be no emotions except fear, rage, triumph, and self-abasement. The sex instinct will be eradicated. We shall abolish the orgasm. There will be no loyalty except loyalty to the party. But always there will be the intoxication of power. Always, at every moment, there will be the thrill of victory, the sensation of trampling on an enemy who is helpless. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. The moral to be drawn from this dangerous nightmare situation is a simple one. Don't let it happen. It depends on you.
Dad, there's been an accident.
Are you going to be able to get by without Carl's paycheck?
I just don't know for sure, Dad. Everything seems so awful. I mean, what rights do we have? I guess I'll need a good lawyer.
Good just won't cut it. Not with 2 hungry mouths to feed. You need the best lawyer there is.
Sounds nice, Dad, but who?
Oh my goodness. Ooh! Whose Sailor Moon shirt? Why, mine, of course. It's a little tight. The Sanders guy, I'm sorry. 5 bits is not enough to have your message read, but it is enough for me to shame you as a poor. Look, if you guys need to see higher socks, you need to send higher bits. Frankly.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Wednesday. This is Breaking the Narrative, and it's the 60th show. I can't believe it's been 60 shows. So thank you for being here. Please make sure you smash the like, share the stream, all that good stuff. We're going to be joined by Jeff, aka Legal Vices, very soon as well. So, and also we're simulcasting on Rumble. So if you're over there, the link is in the description. If you're not, just FYI. So thank you for being here again. And without further ado, my guest is here. He's late, he's gay, and he's wearing a Sailor Moon shirt. I love it. Well, I did my hair like this too, because I know you liked it.
Awesome. Thank you. I do. I love the pigtails.
For each other. Isn't that so sweet? It's a give and take.
We're so nice.
Aw, I love us. We're
total
so
bros.
I know.
Total bros.
Aw. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. It's been it's getting just extremely hot here, so it's just like a survival mode thing. But otherwise, I'm really good. I bought furniture. I bought like patio furniture.
Oh, that's the best.
I know. And I set it up all by myself. Here, let me show you. Because my husband was like, I'll buy it, but I'm not helping.
I'm not touching that shit.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll do it. So here it is.
Oh, I love it. Awesome.
I set it up all by myself.
Is that inside?
No, it's outside.
Okay. It looked like it was like an enclosed thing.
There's like an enclosed, it's like a half a roof here.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Stuff up top, but it's an outside and it's like walled off. So it's really it's a nice little yard. I like it. It's a little yard
awesome.
here. Thank you. Yeah. So how are you? What's going on with you?
Oh man, I'm beat. It's the last week of school. So my kids are homeschooled, but a lot of their activities are either coordinated with the school year or they take place at, we send them to some things that we don't teach at home at a private Christian school. So like my kids or things they can't do, like band, right? They can't do band at home very effectively, or choir or drama and stuff like
Group
that.
activities and stuff like that.
Right. So they go there for those things. And so all of that stuff is ending. And it means that everybody is scheduling everything now. It's like, oh, well, it's the last week.
Piling on.
Right. So like my kid had a track and field day yesterday. So I had to get up and drive him to that. And then I was gone all day because I had an appointment in the cities and we had some other stuff to do there. And then today, it was the lettering ceremony and like awards and merit awards. And so my two kids who are in middle school and high school age, they each got like merit awards, and they actually, even though they're homeschooled, they lettered, or my older son lettered in speech, band, and drama. So we went to that, but it's at like 8 in the morning. And I'm like, can it be at like 4 in the afternoon?
Right.
Maybe. And then it was daddy-daughter bowling day at our church. So I took my 3 daughters bowling and I beat the hell out of them.
I expect nothing less.
I actually rolled, like, I love bowling, but I don't get to go very often. And I rolled really well tonight. We only played one game and I rolled a 161, which was good.
That's great. We don't have a bowling alley here in Cancun. There is none. So
I don't bowl in Mexico. I thought the cartels like pluck people's eyes out and use their heads.
They have them in like Mexico City, but in Cancun they don't have it. Like it's just like, I guess they had one once and it went out of business because nobody went. So they were, like it's just like it's shut down. But so I haven't been bowling for like 3-4 years, and I'm like, man, I miss bowling. I miss bowling a lot. Bowling is fun.
Dude, I love, my buddy and I, when we were in high school, we were seniors in high school, and we lived in Lakeville, Minnesota. And in Burnsville, there's a bowling alley that had Twilight Bowling at the time. And it was every Sunday. So we would go to our church youth group and then we'd go bowling afterwards. And it was for $10. It was per person. It was all you could bowl, all the soda you could drink. And we would sit there for like 3 hours, just 2 of us on a lane, and we'd bowl like 15 to 20 games.
Oh my God, that's great.
It was awesome. And we got good at bowling for a little while. Bowling every week, like 20 games a week. It was awesome.
Oh, dude, like I remember in Canada, like bowling was like a definite thing to do there because it's indoor activities, and in Canada it's cold. So it's like you're always like, okay, what can we do that's fun? You can go indoors. And then they had like, you know, like disco bowling and like all that kind of stuff. Like it's super fun. And I always love to go there. Now, do you have funky bowling names?
Funky bowling names?
Yeah, like when you put your name in the thing, like what do you put?
No, I just tend to put dad down.
Oh,
yeah.
Spare dad.
Wait, what is your funky bowling name?
I don't have one. Like, but I mean, like, I would. It would have to be like funky, like bowling terms, like spare and what? I don't know. What are bowling terms? Like,
well, you got spare. You got
knockout,
split. Which I can think of some names. You've got strike. You've got you know, like open frame, closed frame. Yeah. I guess.
I don't open frame my legs for anyone. No, that's way too long. That won't fit on the screen. But oh my God, there's some really amazing super chats so far. Let me get these. Not so. Thank you so much for the not so. Thank you for the $19.99 to just say great intro for Nick. Thank you. And I can't believe he wore the shirt. I'm so excited. This made my night because this is the 60th show, so you made it extra special. It's like celebrating. This is amazing. Perfect. Also, right here, I wanted to get this comment. Charlie Horse says, "Guess Nick's not doing a show tonight." That is not true. Nick,
it's not true. I'm actually, as we get talking, I'm gonna set it up. I haven't gotten around to setting it up because took my girls bowling, and then I had to pick up my sons from a different thing. Never mind. My day's been very busy. Every day lately has been very busy. But so I will be setting it up. It'll probably be a shorter show tonight. I'm looking around 2 hours. But I am setting up a show. So and it'll start. I'm gonna pop off just a little bit before 11 here. Jeff will be here, so everything will be great. And then I'll go over. And then I think you might be joining me.
I will be joining you, not might. I will be.
Well, I didn't want to commit. I was going to let you commit to it.
I've committed.
So yeah, we'll be over. We'll have just a couple like kind of preliminary topics that I've picked, and we're probably going to avoid most of them. Have just a fun chat, maybe continue the chat of what's going on here, depending on where we are. And then, yeah, we'll do some What the Fuck Wednesday. And oh shit, I forgot to put up the thread. So I'll put up the What the Fuck Wednesday thread, and we'll go through that. It's just gonna be very relaxed, and we're gonna have a good time talking. Because
excellent, it's gonna be a fun show tonight, and like both here and there on your channel. It's gonna be great, and I can't wait till Jeff gets here too. It's gonna be fantastic. And then we got Raw Set. Thank you for the $20. Says to Nick, my karma for your tequila hit me. Wow. I'm now laying in BAMC. What is that?
Holy shit. He's got it's a medical center.
Oh my God.
What the fuck happened to you, dude? Why do you have skin grafts? How'd you burn your leg?
What kind of tequila were you drinking? Oh my God.
No, not drinking. This motherfucker. I'll show you what he did. He deserves this, even though I feel bad for him. Where is it?
Oh no, Don Julio or nothing else. I can tell you that much right now.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Where is this shit? Where's this garbage?
I never thought I would like drinking, Nick, and then Don Julio came into my life, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
I might have given it to someone. Okay, so this is a representative bottle. This is military special rum. He sent me military special tequila, which is like drinking vomit.
Oh my God. Yeah, don't drink that. Oh my God. No.
It's fucking terrible. Oh, wait. Oh. No. Here it is. Military special.
Hang on. Let me blow you up here.
Imported Mexican real gold tequila.
Bro, that's probably like trash. 50 pesos.
You can only buy this on a U.S. military base. And these 175s cost like $7 or something.
Oh my God.
So filthy.
Oh my God. That's I'm sorry that you're going through whatever it is you're going through. That you got skin grafts on your leg. Ooh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that, but get some Don Julio next time. Just saying. Just saying. Kal-El, thank you for the $10. Says, talk to Viva about bowling. That dude has all his own equipment. Ooh, okay. Next time I talk to him, I'm gonna bring up bowling.
I have shoes and a ball, and I think I put them in storage a while back, and now I don't know where they are. But I was just bowling with my kids, so I just grabbed an alley ball and alley shoes. Who cares?
Makes sense. What's up, Kurt? Good to see you, buddy. And we got another super chat here. The Buzz CJC, thank you for the 2. Says, hail Black Pill Doomer King Regatta. You're a Black Pill Doomer King?
Last night was very that's why I'm doing a fun show, and why I'm really glad to be on your show tonight, because your show's always a blast. But last night, man, I was talking about shit, and it's just depressing stuff, because it's like serious, and it's about like the elections that are coming up, not past elections. YouTube, don't you fuck with Nina's channel. It was about elections coming up, and court cases, and just like the reality of the media and all this shit. And it's like, sometimes I do those and it's like, God, these are draining. I hate these types of shows, because they're just, it's like, I don't like being the guy who brings people bad news or bad vibes. I'd much rather just laugh at stuff.
I totally get it. That this is that kind of show, though. Just FYI, we're gonna be blackbilling people because I balance things out on Fridays with my good news show. But I mean, we can always make fun of it too, because I make fun of the media all the time. I think that because humor, you have to have humor, because if you don't, you're just gonna cry. You're just gonna want to kill yourself. Not well in Minecraft, but anyways, it just sucks. Like it's just a constant like barrage of let's separate everybody, let's pit everybody against each other, let's just make everyone divided. And politics is like that. And politics is like that naturally. It's always been like that. So one side or the other, right? You're always picking something. But now it's become even more like with the age of social media and everything like that, it's become even more so. And it's just so in your face now. You just can't get away from it, it seems. But did you catch any of the stuff that went down today for the Twitter Spaces with Ron DeSantis announcing his presidency?
I just saw the entire media gleeful that Twitter was having glitches and troubles keeping the spaces going. I assume because there's like 1 trillion people joining the Twitter space, right?
It was. I was there. I was one of the lucky ones that got in. And it was really funny because at first I was like, because I'm in Mexico, so I'm like, am I having like Mexican problems? Like, is this like some sort of American thing that you can't listen to if you're sitting outside? And before it started, I thought it was funny that the media was already losing their mind with headlines like this. Ron DeSantis will formally announce his 2024 bid with Elon Musk because apparently David Duke wasn't available.
Oh, yes. Notorious Ron DeSantis is definitely like David Duke.
Oh, my God. Like, you can't tell them apart. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just, man, it's so funny. Like, the way that the media reacts to anything right wing, like anything Republican, they're like David Duke, and it's just like, oh, like not all of them are like that. It's so freaking crazy.
No, just me, media, just me.
Yeah,
I'm the only one like that.
I know, and you're here on my channel. You're like worse than Nick Fuentes.
Well, when I'm
the
here,
other Nick.
I've never seen any black people on your channel when I'm here, Nina. So
you were on with one black person that Drex.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
but Drex is like the whitest black guy ever. I mean, come on, look at him.
That's true. He does hate black women. Oh my God. By the way, speaking of Drex, side note, sorry, off topic.
Yeah.
But the other night, he tweets out this thing. And he tags like a whole bunch of people, including myself.
Did you see this? But he forgot to put anything in there.
Yeah, and I'm like, what are you talking? What am I supposed to be looking at? And I was like dreading it because I was like, oh, this is gonna be another girl effing a dog or something.
No.
Or something BS. And then he forgot. So what was the picture? Did he show?
Oh, it was a video. You want me to pull it up? I got it.
Yes, please pull it up.
He did end up sending it to me. I think on Instagram. So
if it was like YouTube appropriate.
Yeah. It's not. There's nothing. It's not anything bad.
Okay, we'll go through it when Jeff gets here.
Yeah, so, I've got it ready to go whenever.
Excellent. So so they were talking about this, just back to this topic for a minute. They were talking about this before it started. Then so the show went as well as you can expect because so I clicked on the link immediately when they were like, we're live. So I went in and it's just, you can see the numbers like just, spiking up. So they had at one point about 700,000 people waiting to listen to Ron. And it was really interesting because I was like, it just kept cutting in and out. It just kept cutting in and out. And I was like, well, like, this is hilarious because like radio figured this out. Radio would have been a better idea before this. And then the other thing that was funny, because they had to like restart it. And then I think they restarted it not on Elon's channel. They restarted it on another dude's channel. I forget what that guy's name was. Not channel. What is it called? Their Twitter page or whatever. And it was really interesting because they capped it. I think they capped it at around 250,000 because they didn't want it to crash. So then it stayed, but it never went above like 250 from what I saw of people watching at the same time. But what was really interesting to me was watching it, Nick, it wasn't even watching, I was listening to it because
because it's a Twitter space.
Yeah. And it sucked because it's you're just kind of like, where is like first of all, Ron, I mean, he was saying all the right things, but he came off even more like a politician than you know, intended kind of like it's just like, oh, and there's like so many people that say that he's like a rhino and everything like that. And he came off as a rhino because he was just saying all the talking points and everything. And so
yeah, he's gonna come. He's gotta set up a stark contrast to Trump.
mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, I'm the sense. He's gonna, which I don't think is actually the right strategy, but I think he's gonna set himself up as the sensible alternative.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and it was like it was really weird because it was kind of boring and like you're just listening to them talk. And honestly, it was so annoying it was cringe because every single person that was trying to ask a question would be like, oh my God, just like Elon, I love you. And like, thank you for buying Twitter. And like, oh my God, you're so amazing for protecting free speech. Like before they asked Ron DeSantis the question. And I'm like, move it along, people. Let's go. Like, get your questions out. You're like, you don't want it to, you know, you're spending all this time to talk to Elon Musk. It's like all the people that were there that were like talking weren't there for Ron DeSantis. They were there to talk to Elon Musk, which I thought was a bit of a weird situation. But also, I think that it hurt him. I think it hurt him that he didn't do it on a visual screen, because no matter, even if he was boring, right? If you do it in a visual format, the way Trump did with the CNN town hall, or if you do it in visual format, the way we're talking right now, if they did it on Rumble or whatever, you could still connect with the audience on a different level. You look into the camera, you have a body language, you have like certain things. So even when you're boring and you're like monotone and you don't have the tone, you'll be like, you know, your actions and your body language will speak for you. But what are your thoughts on that? Like, do you think it's better to do it that way or this way, or does it matter even?
I think it really depends on the candidate as to whether you should have the video or not. I don't know. I mean, I think what he's trying to do is utilize this Twitter Elon phenomena. And I think that's the main thing here. He knew it'd get a ton of attention. It made headlines before it happened. That's the move, right? Ron has to make waves. He has to make waves because Trump makes waves. And if he's going to challenge Trump, he has to provide an alternative that is sensible enough for quote unquote reasonable Republican voters, but he also has to be the guy that is very much a conservative. Like, he has to uphold those conservative principles, and he has to be new enough. I think it's a shame that he came across the way you're saying, like as kind of this boomer rhino or whatever, because he needs to be able to be the Republican Party that is not the Mitch McConnells and stuff like that. But
well, he just came across as like just the talking points. Like there was nothing to connect with. It was like, oh, we don't like Disney because Disney sucks, and we're trying to protect schools, and we're trying to do this. It's just like the way, I don't know. It's just he was so monotone. He had no energy in his voice. Like there was just so many things that, you know, I've heard him say all of these things, but I've watched him say all of these things on TV, you know, when he's speaking, I've seen it. So it's the same kind of vibe. Like I'm seeing the same thing, but I'm hearing the same thing. And when there's no visual connection, at least for me, I was like, okay, I'm hearing you, Ron, but you're not capturing it. Like, it's just, there's no, yes, that's the word I'm looking for. There's no charisma. Right. And that was a problem. I think, at least for like an announcement, like I'm running for president. Like like, here I am, world. Like I'm the different party to Trump. You don't want Trump. You want me. Look how handsome I am. I'm young. I'm happening. Trump is old, whatever. Like, who cares? Like, whatever your argument is, go and put your best foot forward. I think that even with the Twitter Spaces thing, I think it just kind of hurt him. He should have done it on Rumble. Personally, I think he should have done it on Rumble.
Yes, I think that would have been good. I think he should have convinced Elon to go with him on Rumble.
Yes.
That would have been great.
That would have been massive. Massive.
Simulcast it to the Twitter Spaces, but have the video available. Do whatever. Embrace alt tech and embrace the alt tech. Like, somehow Rumble has avoided the scrutiny of places like Gab and Truth and Parler so far. So embrace that. Use it. Bring people.
It was
people away.
crazy for Trump to go to CNN town hall. Like that was crazy because I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? But it was also awesome because you get to see him in a, kind of like not friendly environment and just kind of Trump won that night. Like it was a really, really good comeback. It was just like it was a really good thing. And we were talking about it for days afterwards. People were talking about it for days, about the things he said, about his reactions to the lady, all that kind of stuff. But, Ron didn't have any of that. So I think that was a kind of lacking. But that was my perspective on it. Are you going to vote when the thing happens?
Primary or like?
Well, either way.
I mean, I'll vote, and most likely because the likely Democrat nominee is going to be Biden.
Mm-hmm.
I know RFK is making waves and all that stuff, but incumbency is so powerful, and it just tends to be that way. But it makes a good story to have a competitor that's really definitely going to compete.
Yeah.
And that keeps the news cycle going. But I think the most likely outcome is going to be Biden. I'm definitely not going to vote for him. So whoever the Republican candidate is will most likely get my vote unless they're absolutely atrocious, which is hard to fathom that they'll be that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it is possible. But yeah, so I mean, but as for if it's Trump or DeSantis, who seem to be the two front runners, I don't really care. I think there's big problems with both of them. And I really don't like the Republican prospect for 2024. I really don't. I think the Republicans are poised to split themselves up and to divide the party and destroy any chance at winning. But I'm hoping I'm wrong. But yeah, I'll definitely vote because I think Biden is a disaster for America, and I want him gone.
Biden has been an absolute disaster for sure. I mean, even with DeSantis being as monotone as he was, like there's nothing compared to freaking Biden. I mean, that guy doesn't even remember his name. I don't understand how he's president. This is it's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But the last time I was on your show, though, I heard Dick Masterson say something interesting, which was that Gavin Newsom is going to be the president. And I was like, wait, what? And you kind of agreed with Dick at the time. And I was like, huh? Like,
well, I think Gavin, I don't think he's going to be president in 2024, but I think Gavin is poised to run as a Democrat. And I think it's terrible. I think the things Gavin has going for him is he looks like kind of a nice contrast to Biden as far as just aesthetic. He's younger, he's more vibrant and vigorous. He runs a huge state. I don't want Gavin to be president. I think Gavin is a disaster. He's a mini tyrant. And I hope he catches on, I was going to say fire, but that seems
death
rude.
row. Oh, never mind.
I just don't want him around.
I understand completely. But like, so if he does run this year, do you think he would beat Biden? Like, no or yes?
No. I don't think anybody's going to beat Biden on the Democrat ticket. I think it behooves the media to have a narrative that somebody's going to challenge Biden, like legitimately, because it gives them a story to run. They always want drama. They need things to be closer than they are. But incumbency is so fucking strong. Like it just always is strong. Incumbents have something like a 90% track record of winning the election, the general election. So running someone against that, it sours a bunch of people in the party, and it just causes a problem. Now, Biden might get sick or something like that. That could change things. But assuming he's healthy enough, and by healthy enough, I mean just kind of where he is right now, where he can barely remember his own name. I think he's the guy. I think he's the guy that's going to run, and his chances are really good statistically. I think the country's in dire straits and could use anybody else, but
I know,
just where I think
like anybody else at this point. But it's so funny though, because I remember when he first became president, I was like, I give it 30 days and he's going to be like, I can't make it. And then Kamala Harris is going to be president. I mean, I was totally wrong, but I thought that they were going to go that route. Like, I thought he was just going to like win it for her and then just be like,
I thought they would wait until 2 years in. And then, so I thought it'd be the end, like beginning of this year, right after that 2-year cycle, Biden would get sick or 25th amendmented, and that would then be a 10-year Kamala opportunity, and that would have been fucking terrifying.
That's what I thought too. I really did think that was going to happen, but it didn't. So I'm kind of like, that's interesting, because I thought they had that in like as a plan, but I guess that wasn't.
Thank God they don't.
Yeah, thank God. Steven, thank you so much for the $9.99. Says no one and none of the policy he spoke about for an hour was Rhino speak. He was answering the questions. There was over 300 concurrent listeners, and only one person, Massey, took the time to thank Elon. I heard like 2 or 3 people thank Elon. One of them was the girl. She was like, "Thank you so much for the giving us free speech back and unhiding our accounts." And like, well, I was just like, girl, let's go. Also, we're now being joined by another gentleman.
Oh no.
You let me down, man. Now I don't believe in nothing no more. I'm going to law school.
What's up, Jeff?
What's up, Jeff?
Oh, oddly, that was the conversation I had with my father before I went to law school, which is weird. My favorite N people. Hey,
How's it going,
what's
brother?
up?
How's it
Good.
going?
I'm glad that discount vices could hold down the fort while I was gone.
Right. That's right. Discount vices. So discount, I can only afford a small shirt.
Look at his shirt. Did you see his shirt? Look how attractive it is.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
I could sew 2 small shirts together and sort of make one that almost fits.
Oh my God. Well, thank you for being here tonight, Jeff. It's wonderful to have you here. This is the 60th show. It's actually kind of it's a milestone.
That's
so I'm
awesome.
glad you made it.
And we stopped talking about Trump?
Oh no!
DeSantis?
Well, I mean, we're just you.
Okay.
I mean, did you listen to any of it? Do you have any thoughts?
I did. Just don't say glitch. I just wanted him to do the, and then we're gonna go to New Jersey. Then we're gonna take the White House. And have it be over before it starts.
Howard Dean. Oh my God.
They needed a soundboard or something for sure to line that shit up.
I was wondering if he didn't do it on purpose because he knew what happened to Howard Dean. He was like, I've just got to be as monotone and as nondescript as possible, and then maybe people will like me.
Yeah, it was weird. There was one point where I was dying because on the first stream that they had to cut off on Elon's channel, they're like, "Oh, we're here and we're talking to Ron DeSantis," and like Elon was literally like, this is a historic moment for Ron DeSantis to be here, and all of a sudden it's like dee 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 dee, and it's like starts playing this MIDI music like out of nowhere, and I was like, what is happening right now? It was so disastrous, but it was also kind of really funny. So people are gonna remember it, I guess.
Yeah, but it's those things like, and the secret to life and the ultimate most important thing you'll ever know is that kind of thing.
Yeah. Now, with regards to this, when I say Rhino speak, let me clarify. I don't think it was Republican in name only. It's just that he was talking about the Republican talking points. It just comes off as like he's just regurgitating the same things that you want to hear, and it's very politician-like. He just came off as a very politician kind of guy. Like he wasn't anything special. You need something special. You need pizzazz. That's what Trump has. Trump has a lot of pizzazz, and I thought that DeSantis was lacking. What did you think of that, Jeff? Because you listened to it. So
when they first announced, I thought they said Santos, and I was getting really excited. But then I found out it was DeSantis. So I was like, I was let down. I thought it'd be much more entertaining if Santos ran for president. I was actually waiting for him to announce Elon as his running mate. I was kind of waiting for that, but.
Oh, that would have been interesting. I don't think that can be possible, though, would it? Because Elon wasn't born here, right? Or, I mean, in the U.S.
Yeah, he's South African, isn't he?
Yeah.
But does that affect the vice president? I know he becomes president if he dies, but...
There is an amendment that says if you're not eligible to be president, you cannot be elected to the vice presidency.
Yeah. I mean, the Rhino stuff, you've got to say the Rhino things to Republicans, and if you discount that the center part, then you're screwed before you get out of the gate. Which is why I think that was Trump's success, was talking literally to everybody with the least number of sentences necessary.
Yeah, very plain speaking. I mean, that's it's a funny way to say it, Jeff, but it's also the most true thing, is that plain talking is what people wanted. They're like, I want a guy I just get, I understand. And I think that was really important for Republicans to have that happen. And I think that when we saw that at the town hall that Trump did, that's his power, man. That's his superpower. That's what people liked. That's what the media was so quick to like hate on. And a couple of them grudgingly admitted it. They're like, this is why he was president. Like this thing. They're so mad at CNN for doing it.
Yeah, they inadvertently made him more popular. It was really funny.
But then they promoted that chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. American Dreamer for $2 says opinion on Vivek Ramsawad. I don't know what that is.
He's a Republican guy who's getting really popular right now. I haven't seen much from him.
That
So
guy. That's right.
I don't have an opinion.
Yeah, that one popular Republican guy. Everybody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll share his image because I know name. I'm bad with names. It's this dude right here.
Especially this one.
This dude.
Yeah, he's been really popular lately. He's been getting a lot of airtime.
He has.
I don't know. I don't have an opinion on
Good comedy specials on
Not
Netflix.
too much
doesn't
though.
Fucker.
Did you just say he has a Netflix special? Oh my god.
He has a couple good comedy specials on Netflix.
Oh my god. Yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to him too much, but I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I will now. Jason, go ahead.
He's been kind of pushed a lot, so I'm not really sure if I want to pay attention to him. I feel manipulated all the time these days. So
you just like manipulating yourself. Jason Leo Tioa, thank you so much. Or I can't speak. For $9.99, thank you, Jason. His decision to run definitely doesn't have anything to do with the 8 figures that he got from his recent book release. He's been out. He's been on tour for, that Ron DeSantis book everyone's dying to read. Ron DeSantis has a book?
Dude, I cannot imagine reading a politician's book ever. Like Obama's like, dreams of my father and the audacity of hope. You should read my book. No, actually, you seem like a terrible person to write a book. I don't want to hear what you have to say at all.
It's like the road to cheating. And never mind. John Burns for $2.79 says Democrats need a Ted Kennedy to run like in 1980.
Mitt Romney.
Yeah, Ted Kennedy ran right off the road with a chick in his car into a lake, and then he left her there. That was, remember that one? Remember when Ted Kennedy did that?
He doesn't.
Oh my God.
Do you not know about that?
No, I did not know about that.
Oh, someday you got to look up Chappaquiddick or whatever.
Yeah.
It was when Ted was younger. He drove his car off the road into a lake, and the passenger was a girl, and she drowned. He like swam away.
Lovely Mary Jacob Peckney was her name. Yeah.
And he didn't call anyone. He didn't call 911 or anything. He just like laughed.
What the hell? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Corn Pop, thank you for the super sticker. It's a mic. Thank you. And Stephen Ferguson for $1.99. Empty Charisma lost in 2020. It's been interesting, and it's going to get even more interesting. By the way, after the Twitter Spaces finished, this dude did run a poll for the Republican primary, and Ron DeSantis is losing Donald Trump.
Not by much, though. I mean, that's actually, I think, pretty good.
It was 50-50 at some point. I was like, I also ran a poll, and Trump is in the lead, 66% Trump, DeSantis 17%. Last option was they're both shit, and that's also got 17%. So there you go. Interesting stuff. Riveting. Now
riveting.
I know, it's so riveting.
Man.
Politics. Now, I do have a question for both of you because you guys are both lawyers.
Ooh.
And this new case, allegedly, this new case that's like kind of, it just went around like all over Twitter. And I was like, what is going on with this? And I think lawyers are going to be having a lot of fun with this story. So I wanted to get your perspective on what you think is going on. And that is the story of the CitiBike Karen. So that, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but pregnant
Yes.
hospital worker was falsely accused of stealing this black dude's CitiBike, now in hiding due to death threats. And this story has been developing like big time. So did you guys hear about this before
I saw the headline, but I didn't actually see the story.
Okay. So the
It's an interesting
story
story.
is, we're going to watch the video. So for those of you guys that haven't seen it, the story is this woman, she's a pregnant nurse. She works in the what's it called?
Fertility clinic?
New York hospital or whatever.
Okay.
And she gets off her shift. She goes to go bike home. And then she has an altercation with a bunch of black, well, I don't know if they're teens because they're like older. So they could be like in their 20s or something like that. But they're black men, about 5 of them. And they approach her, and this is what happens.
Help! Help me! Please help me! This is not your bike. Please help me! It's not your bike. It's not your bike. Please help me! Help! Please get off me! Hey, what the fuck is going on, bro? Yo, don't not take it, bro. Now you're not getting the bike, bro. Hey, now you're not getting the bike. Help! You're not getting the bike. I'm not.
Why you took his phone? What's wrong with you?
You're not
Don't touch his phone. You're not touching his phone.
I'm not touching you. You putting your stomach on my hand.
No, dude, stop. No, dude, stop. No. I said no. I said sit down.
Please, she's just crying.
You're not crying. I got your video. Wait, you pulled it out? Hey, Hassan, you pulled it out? Hassan, you pulled it out?
This is my bike. It's on my account. Please move.
All right, so why don't we reset the bike?
I'm not resetting the bike.
It's his.
Reset it. I'm gonna pull it out on your account.
You're active.
I don't give a fuck.
Stop fake crying. It's fake crying. Stop fake crying.
Hey, stop touching me. I don't touch you.
Hold up.
Hey, stop touching me. Stop touching me.
Why don't you take this bike?
Stop touching me.
I will.
Exactly. So take it.
Out of here.
So take it.
You're stupid ass. Fuck out of here. Dumbass. Your baby gonna come out with
Wait, how you stop crying? Not a tear came down, miss. Not a tear came down.
So that was the video that was posted online.
What a fucking weird video. I'm still confused as about like what's actually happening there.
Oh, it will be made clear because she got roasted. I mean, she got crucified.
Look at this tweet right here from Tariq Nasheed. A suspected white supremacist woman tried to steal a CitiBike from a black kid after he paid for it. And when him and his friends wouldn't allow her to steal it, she went through the Karen tactics to try to get black youths hammed up, screaming for help, fake crying, Mayo babbling. And then
wait a minute though, but that's from Tariq Nasheed, so I automatically believe the opposite thing is true.
There was more. There was also another lawyer actually who stepped in and made comments right away. Ben Crump, who's apparently
he's this isn't getting better. Ben Crump's terrible.
I know, isn't he? He since then deleted this tweet because more information started coming out. So he tweeted out, "This is unacceptable. A white woman was caught on camera attempting to steal a CitiBike from a young black man in NYC. She grossly tried to weaponize her tears to paint this man as a threat. This is exactly the type of behavior that has enraged so many black men in the past." And so after this happened and the initial reaction of Twitter, because most of Twitter was like, she's a Karen, this bitch, she tried to steal the bike and blah, 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 like all this stuff. Yeah. And of course, like as that headline said, she started to get death threats and all sorts of stuff happened. Apparently people tracked down her husband and her husband's work, and she got suspended. She was suspended, yeah, she got suspended from her job because they were like, oh, we're gonna, you know, we have to do an investigation to see what happens. This has come to our attention. We have to do an investigation. So all of these people just basically kind of jumped on the bandwagon of let's hate on this chick because she's white and she's trying to weaponize her white tears and all this kind of stuff. Now, my initial reaction was this whole situation's messed up because I saw like several bikes there and I'm like, well, why can't either of them just go get another bike? Like I'm very confused about what's going on.
Right.
That's one. Two, my initial reaction is like, if she's pregnant, why on earth would she approach a group of black kids or white kids? It doesn't matter. A group of men to be like, give me that bike. Like it's just such a weird scenario to be like, you know, when I put myself in her shoes of being pregnant for 6 months and then her getting worked up over like a bike that the other guy's using, like this is such a non-issue almost, you know? So then that's my initial reaction. Then I'm like thinking about it and I'm like, why would, like, I just don't understand why she would do it. So it all points to the other group being in the fault. And so things got even more interesting when one of the sisters of the dude, like this dude, actually, the one that's pictured right now, she made a TikTok video showing her receipts. Oh, before that, the girl, the nurse and her lawyers brought out receipts that it was her bike. They, you know, they put out, like, you know, they let people know that she had rented the bike. It was hers at the time of the video. And then, so this other girl, she makes a video defending her brother who's in this video. And this was uploaded today. And I was like, oh my God, this situation's getting crazy. I can't imagine what it's like to be a lawyer and have to deal with all this information. But this is the other one. So you got to watch this too and then make up your mind. So again, this dude right here, this is Tariq again coming at this.
Tariq Nasheed is such a fucking pile of trash.
He's not the greatest person at all.
Yeah.
But Greg here is balancing it out by saying, like, you know, the basically calling bullshit on this. But this is the video. This is what she said.
Yeah. The only reason why Sarah Jane Comrie was able to produce this receipt for this bicycle is because she jumped over this young man standing right here who had his hands on the handlebars, jumped over him, impales herself on his bike, and scans the QR code to begin the ride.
Wait, hold on, pause it. Can you?
Hold on.
And how do I know what happened?
Did she say impales herself on the bike?
Yes.
Well, damn, was there no seat? I mean, like, it's one of those fun bikes, I guess.
And I'm like, what is she talking about? Because it's like she's 6 months pregnant. So like jumped over this dude to get on this bike. It just sounds so extravagant. I'm like, I don't believe you. It just doesn't sound believable at all.
And scans the QR code to begin the ride. How did all of this happen? And how do I know what happened? Because that young man is my little brother. Bike number 5603915 was in my brother's possession from St. Nicholas Ave and Manhattan Ave all the way to...
So the TikTok logo is covering it, but it does say here like 623 and 719.
The First Ave and East 30th Street from the hours of 6:33 p.m. to 7:19 p.m. At 7:19 p.m., they dock the bikes. Sarah Jane Comrie walks up to them, asks, hey guys, can I use one of you guys' bikes? She says this as there are other bikes sitting idle at the bike rack. They politely decline. She asks them again, mentions that she's pregnant, and they still decline. Then, with my brother standing next to the bike with his hands on the handlebars, she jumps onto the bike, sits on the bike, and scans the QR code, thus beginning her ride. Mind you, the bike was in my brother's possession at this time.
Nope.
So this screenshot.
Comment, Jeff. Go.
No, it was still not, it was no longer on his dime. He is just holding the handlebars of a public bike at that point. She scanned it. It's hers. I'm sticking by that.
That's what I'm kind of thinking too. But at the same time, I'm like, why wouldn't you just go scan another one? Like, what the hell?
Maybe she liked a warm seat. I don't know.
Is from 6 minutes after the previous ride ended. As you can see, 7:25 p.m.
Yeah, the previous ride what?
Previous ride ended 7:19
Okay.
p.m.
Ended.
These gentlemen, these boys did not steal this bike from Sarah Jane Comrie. She stole the bike from them.
Who's that
then
guy?
Proceeded to
I don't
weaponize her
know.
whiteness.
He's like reacting to her video.
He's a reactor guy.
Video started being recorded at 7:24 p.m., close to 7:25. My brother's ride that was in the previous screenshot starts at 7:25. The initial ride where my brother rode the bike all the way over to the bike, this bike dock, ended at 7:19 p.m. There were a number of bikes at the bike rack already there when she arrived. She still proceeded to try to take the bike from my brother. Help! Trying to make it seem like these boys stole this bike from her.
This story makes no sense whatsoever. It just makes
that's
no
why
sense.
I don't believe this person or her brother at all.
I don't believe them either, but I'm trying to self-reflect to be like, am I racist?
Even if she's just a nasty bitch that wants to take the bike that person is no longer officially using, go ahead, be a bitch, but
it's
his ride ended.
There was that one instance in like New York Central Park a while back where like a white woman actually just kind of set out to make someone look bad. Right,
like the bird hunter woman,
yeah. That was like it's like 2 years ago or a year ago, something. I don't even remember. But like the idea that someone's goal is to somehow get on a video that they're not taking, making someone else look bad, is fucking weird. Like, one, it's really dangerous. 2, it's stressful. 3, the fallout. Like, if this woman has to know that if she does this shit, she's going to be the target. So. I don't know. I'm not buying the narrative, and it keeps coming up, and it's weird. But I gotta hit the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Go. It's weird to me too, and I think that it is a lot of race baiting because it just seems that way, and it's like all of a sudden it's like all of these people will start really going after this woman, and she also got suspended from work, so it's like all of this stuff makes no sense, and the fact of them bringing social media is like. They wanted social media to be judge, jury, and executioner of this woman and her family. Like, it's just that it just doesn't look good. Like, and like you said, Jeff, it's like she says the ride ended.
Yep. That's not in dispute. Apparently nobody has said their previous ride ended. When your ride ends, get your damn hands off the bike. Let someone else use it.
Exactly. I don't get
Go loiter somewhere else, loiterers.
Just go loiter.
Get off my porch, you whippersnappers.
Oh my God. What a weird situation. Now, if you were the lawyer on this case, what would your play be? Just get all the receipts?
I would do what her lawyer is doing. Sue the shit out of everyone.
Excellent. And she's getting a lot of money about that. I think like they made her GoFundMe. It's over like, I don't know, $100,000 something now.
Wait, is this Nick's Henry Cavill pick on his?
Yes.
That's funny.
With the little freaking tiny arms. I hate it.
That's funny.
I hate it so much. Corn Pop, thank you for the super sticker of a little lemon dude giving a high five to the other lemon dude. Appreciate you. And Zeke, thank you for the Zeke 2517. Thank you for the $10. Didn't say anything. Appreciate that. That's very, very generous. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know. It was just all over the news, and I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't know what else. It's just a constant divisive.
Well, there's that kind of asshole bitch line where it's like, okay, are you going to be an asshole and not let her buy the bike, or are you going to be a bitch and insist on it? It doesn't matter. Why she wanted to use that bike really doesn't matter. Why they didn't want her to use that bike does matter. I mean,
that's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, yes, she could have gone to another bike, but she doesn't have to.
I mean, I agree with you. She doesn't have to, but it's like, I just put myself in a position and I'm like, if a bunch of dudes were telling me like, this is my bike, I'd be like, okay, have it. Bye. Well, I'm going to go get another bike.
I would be surprised if the hospital didn't have some cameras somewhere focused somewhere in the direction of those bikes.
Right.
I mean, that would be weird if they didn't, but apparently they don't, otherwise haven't been released. Because I don't know. The story that makes the most sense to me is they finished their ride. They were just hanging around. She walks up to the bike and then they come over and say, hey, let's go viral.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they start giving her shit.
Yeah, it does. It kind of
That's the problem with all these viral things is nobody ever videos what leads up to the freak out.
Like the before, like context.
Yeah.
That's what I think too. It's like it's such a weird thing that's like going through our collective consciousness right now. And everyone's just so, that's the other thing too. Like when I saw the news hit of it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait to see some more details. Like, let's see what's next, what's gonna happen. But everyone jumped down this woman's throat like immediately. Oh, racist Karen, racist this, including that lawyer dude that I just showed you. And he deleted his tweet because it came out.
He knows what her lawyer's gonna do to him.
Yeah, because he called her a freaking white supremacist, and then now she's getting like death threats and stuff. So, and then they produced the receipts that she had the freaking bike, and then so he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna delete this freaking tweet." Like,
yeah, I mean, I mean, if the male Karen or female Karen goes off and just starts throwing N-bombs everywhere, tell them to go back to Africa, and then you go, okay, we probably know who the asshole in this situation is. She did none of that.
Exactly. And the fact that they're like, oh, you're crying, your white tears and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, like that is so mean, because especially if she's pregnant, like, of course you're going to start crying. Like you're surrounded with these dudes. One time I got bullied by a bunch of Asian girls in Vancouver in a club. And they were tiny, like because the Asian girls are tiny, but they're mean. So like they bullied me, and I was like so sad and like so like, and you feel threatened too, because like they're like surrounding you.
You should have just gone all Kill Bill on their asses.
I mean, I really wanted to, but I was like, at the time I was in Canada, like visiting. So I was like, I don't want to make an international incident and like not be allowed back to go to Mexico. They'll be like, oh, you're in prison now. Cause I was about to like, just like, when that thing comes over you where you're like, I have two options right now. I could walk away, or I could some bitches up right now. And I decided to not F bitches up because I wanted to leave. My flight was the next day. So I was if I get arrested, like things are not going to be good. But when I did get bullied by them, I was threatened. Like I felt like you feel like weird, and you're like, oh, like let alone being surrounded by a bunch of young Black dudes. I would be like extremely scared. You get extremely emotional. You're like, especially if you're pregnant and you have like hormones, of course you're going to cry. It just feels really weird that they were like, your white tears, bitch. Like, it's just like, what the fuck?
It's like that weird tweet that was going around yesterday with the lady that was saying, if we just all had a school only for people of color, there wouldn't be any more problems. Like, I think Thurgood Marshall might not approve of that statement, but
oh my God.
We've gone full clown world now. I mean,
we have. It's been freaking nuts. LA gang, thank you for the 2. She deserves the bike remotely. She reserved the bike remotely. It was in her name. Yes, it was in her name. They brought those receipts out. Kevin Dorr for $5 says, Nick, Robert Barnes was the New York Central Park lawyer, and he says that story is not as it seems. That guy provoked that woman, not the story media put out.
Right. Okay. Let me clarify. The truth of the story becomes irrelevant in the discussion of how the person is perceived when the next person is going to make a decision. Again, this is the hypothetical that the woman, this CitiBike person, is like, oh, I'm going to go and become a martyr hero on social media by making this giant scene. Doesn't make sense when you've got the Central Park woman who is excoriated for a quote unquote similar thing, and the media just completely made her out to be the villain. And that is more and more the case. That's more, again, it's no longer about the truth anymore. It's all about the narrative. Everything is about the narrative, and I'm talking about the narrative here too. So unfortunately, it should be about the truth, but that doesn't matter.
Nope.
Very interesting. Now wait, going back to what you're saying now, how does that work out in court? If the narrative is all that matters.
In court, it's different, right? Like in court, in court, the narrative really matters. Like that's the thing. What a lot of people miss about lawyering is storytelling. And it's about
Right.
taking those facts and fitting them into the better story that is more identifiable and believable to the jury. And that's a whole lot of skill sets for a whole lot of people to combine, ideally. But you know, in court, you have some different sort of rules, right? You have a counter narrative. There's going to be two stories that are told. One story has to be more believable, more credible. You are going to have some weighing of evidence and some rules around that evidence. The media has no rules. The media will sculpt the story however they want. So that's the big difference.
So
and I want to expand on it just a little bit, because it's something I tell all of my clients all of the time when they want to file the lawsuits, when they've been aggrieved, righteously aggrieved. I say it does not matter if you are 100% absolutely in the right and the scales of justice should be 100% in your favor. That doesn't matter. Well, hi, dog. What matters is what you can prove.
Right.
You can be 100% right, and if you can't prove it, you're done. It matters who can prove what.
And within the structure of the rules. I mean, that's the key.
Let me go sort of rebuild the house the dog's knocked over just a second.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. But like going on that point too, it's just like it's interesting to me because of what you're saying about the narrative, because that now here we have two narratives, right? So you have two lawyers here. One is the chick's lawyer, and he's going to be making the narrative of she was wronged. They tried to rob her and make a race incident, like a race incident to go viral, right? That's going to be their narrative. The other people's narrative is going to be like, she's a white pregnant woman who basically got up in the face of 5 black teens and put her own fetus at risk for renting a fucking bike. Like, I don't understand how they think that narrative is even going to fly in that aspect of the court. Because I would just be like, if I was a part of the jury, I'd be like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, because that narrative just doesn't fly for me. But I guess that, I don't know, maybe in the courts it would. I guess you would have to be a really good freaking lawyer to spin that. How would you spin that?
I mean, you take whatever facts you have and you just build a story. I mean, you build the best story that you can. And
she's racist. She's white.
That plays in the media. I don't know if that plays as well in court. In court, you're just like, look.
She wanted to instigate. Like you said, she could have used another bike. She could have used the one right next to it, and this never would have happened. She was looking to cause problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
She went across state lines with her AK style assault rifle and started blowing off arms. Yeah. It would be like the Rittenhouse prosecution. You just make shit up and spin it.
That's very interesting. Fire PA, thank you for the $1.99. Why would someone coming off a 12-hour shift do this? Exactly. I don't know. She has a job.
I want to kill a lot of people when I come off. When I get out of the office, like, okay, someone just upset me. Someone, please, I dare you.
She's alive. She has a job. Like I read somebody said on Twitter, she wanted to rob those black kids, and like somebody else was like, she has a job. Like, why is she wanting to rob a bunch of black kids outside her work? Like, wouldn't she go somewhere else if she's gonna rob people? I don't understand.
I know when I'm gonna rob someone, I look at a bunch of inner city youths. That's my target. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get a lot of stuff out of that. With my big baby belly hanging out there.
It just makes no sense. Zeke, thank you for the 10. Says she didn't let go of the bike because if the bike is checked out by her and not returned, she wouldn't be charged $1,200.
Yeah.
Very good point.
Zeke's a racist. I'm implying that the black people wouldn't bring back the bicycle. You racist.
Name one time ever. Name one time ever where a black person
right back.
stole the
bike. Kal-El, thank you for the $11. The nurse said that she took the bike out and he pushed it back into the dock. His sister saying that he ended his ride at 7:19, then started another ride at 7:25 after her time confirms the nurse's story. This is going to get wild, like in the court. John Gordon for $1.99. Scott Adams looks. Supposed to be?
Scott Adams is the writer of Dilbert, and he said very controversial things not too long ago about wanting
About
to be
black
around black people. Yeah.
Yeah. I know everybody was like tagging him on the situation. I was
Oh
like,
no.
what? Yeah, it was so funny. Like when I saw the video and it was like Scott Adams at Scott Adams at Scott Adams. I was like, oh my God, poor guy. Minor Zycron, thank you for the 2. It says, sweet, the Lorax and La Nose sweet. Yeah, I love that they're here. Everett Merrill, thank you for the 10. There's a line from the movie Law Abiding Citizen. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court. Such a great movie. That kind of highlights the corrupt and terrible sides of court. That's really good. That's a really good point.
It's a good flick. I like that movie. Have you seen that one?
I haven't even seen that one, and that's what I said. That's what I tell all of my clients.
Gerard Butler's wife gets like raped and murdered or something, and he ends up orchestrating like a horrific punishment for the people who did it, but he did so in a way that you like can't prove it. It's great. Good movie.
I think I saw this like years ago when it came out.
Yeah.
It was
It's
good.
a good one.
I remember it was a good movie. I think one of my favorite law movies, obviously like My Cousin Vinny.
Probably the best law movie that exists.
Yeah, probably. But I really like the there was another one too that I really liked with Susan Sarandon. The one that she protects that kid. That was really good.
Oh, it was the
I don't watch
Grisham
Susan
movie.
Sarandon. I don't watch Susan Sarandon movies.
It was one of the Grisham movies. It was like the second Grisham movie, I think, after The Firm. Rainmaker?
Yeah, it
No,
was.
Rainmaker.
That was a really good one. What's your favorite law movie other than My Cousin Vinny?
That's you, Jeff. She's asking
Oh,
you.
it's me? Okay.
Both of you.
Gosh, well, the one that sort of kind of made me want to be a lawyer was probably To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh my gosh, she goes way back.
Yeah, and of course, Inherit the Wind was awesome, as was 12 Angry Men. Not the Ted Danza version, the Jack Lemmon version.
The Client was the one I was thinking of.
Hmm.
Wait, which one? What was that last one that you said?
To Kill a Mockingbird, Inherit the Wind about the Scopes Monkey trial, and then 12 Angry Men with Jack Lemmon.
Yes. Oh my God. 12 Angry Men was so good. And especially
the Ted Danza
the
one was
classic.
unwatchable, but
yeah.
I
the
love
original.
Yeah, the original is so freaking good. That was an excellent movie. Definitely made me think. You like the To Kill a Mockingbird for the N words only though.
And the overindulgent use of the word chifferobe throughout.
Yes, thank you. I was just here to bust up a chifferobe. All of a sudden, I got a white lady on my dick.
Oh my God.
we need to use the word chifferobe a lot more than we do.
That's true.
What the fuck? That is so true. So thank you for that super chat. I'm gonna watch that again. Lincoln Lawyer was a really good one too that I just recently saw. That's with Matthew McConaughey. That was
my favorite.
Vampire Hunter was the best one.
My favorite lawyer movie is The Counselor. Has nothing to do with law, but Michael Fassbender.
A porn?
No.
Oh,
it's like one of the darkest movies. It's super depressing, but it's really fucking good. It's Michael Fassbender, Javier Bardem, Cameron Diaz, Brad Pitt, Penelope Cruz. And those are the main people. And it's it's so fucking good.
How have I never seen this movie?
It's called The Counselor.
Dude, The Counselor. It is depressing. It is dark, but it is great.
Ooh, I'm watching this. That sounds great. I love Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, she looks good in that movie too.
She
looks good in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, there's something about Mary, like one of my favorite movies ever.
That's a good one. Yeah.
She's great. Steve Ferguson for $1.99. Anyone know where Drex was that day? Oh God.
He was in New York. I don't know. I've never seen that man on a bike.
Nina's 9-hour stream. Oh my God. Thank you for the $5. Says, I think this bike incident will cause every other so-called Karen incident to be rightfully scrutinized more than they were initially.
I disagree, but
I don't know about that. Yeah. I do know that there was a lot of Karens when the whole mask thing was happening. And I was all about that because I was like, these Karens need to be singled out. Like, they're insane. Like, put on your mask. Now, speaking of interesting Black people, this is another piece of news that I was like, oh, that's interesting. The uncle of Jordan Neely, who acted as the family spokesman, demanded harsh punishment for Daniel Penny, has been arrested today on suspicion of a series of grand larcenies, including handbag thefts. Christopher Lee tried to escape arrest.
Awesome.
So that also happened today, which is I'm just pointing out that it's interesting because, well, you know, that guy was.
See, and this is the difference we were talking about between media and court. Like, this will have no impact in court. It can't be even talked about or mentioned.
No.
However, this will have big impact with a section of the population, right? Like, they're going to look at this and be like, look at that. There's a hypocrisy here. His family has criminal stuff going on, and that'll build the narrative. Whatever the truth is, that'll build the narrative pretty heavily.
Exactly. And I think that is going to be reflective of what kind of person he was on the train as well. And they're going to be like, oh, that just doesn't look good. Do you guys think at this point in time that the court of public opinion is almost more important than like actual court? Like,
other than criminal court, yeah. For civil court, I think for a lot of people, public opinion trumps the court outcomes for most things.
Do you think that kind of happened with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp?
Well, I mean, Johnny Depp won the court case and he won the public opinion. But I think if Johnny Depp had lost the court case, he still could have won the public opinion thing and done really well for himself.
I mean, I don't know how, because I didn't pay attention really until it started, but it seemed like public opinion was well against him until the trial started. And then she started flapping her gums and people went, oh.
That's what I thought too, Jeff. Like, because it seemed like he was kind of going uphill. The moment I think things shifted was when he took the stand and when he owned up to being like really, like, he's like, yeah, I've got problems. Yeah, we did drugs. Yeah, like this, but I never abused her. Like, you know, like that
I know
moment.
the exact second for me was when she took the stand and she said, and then he hit me, and then he hit me again, and then he hit me again, and I fell to the floor, and I thought, how did my carpet get so dirty? And I went, all right, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was the exact minute. I mean, come on.
Well, the thing with Johnny Depp is for 4 years, since 2018, when all this kind of really went down, he didn't say anything. Like, he was quiet completely. He made his case in court in England, but most of the people who watched that could understand how fucking ridiculous it was. It was not an honest court, and that was clear. But he didn't talk. So when he finally did, and his story was just believable and hers was crazy. But until then, she had been allowed to run the narrative entirely. And that, you know, that really probably hurt him in the short term, but I think it really helped him in the long run.
I agree that whole thing was really interesting to kind of like watch and see how it unfolded. Now, Nick, you and I were having a discussion last week about all the kind of like crazy, marketing that's out.
Yeah.
And remember how I told you that the marketing, like they replaced that marketing chick for the Heckler and Koch or whatever, the gun company.
Yeah.
They made a really funny tweet today.
I mean, because they had fired her.
Yeah, they fired her. And then it says, our social media manager assessing the situation.
Nice.
I thought this was great. This was a really good like follow-up tweet to everything that has happened. And I was like, okay, they're getting it now. Good. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another thing I wanted to share with you guys. But first, let me get this massive super chat. Thank you so much, Jay Schwabach, for $139.79.
Woo!
Would you two lawyers help this hot chick get a Streamlabs account, Locals, Rumble account, so I don't have to give money to YouTube, as has been all over me to help her. She's in a third world country. Hail FNT.
Hey, first of all, I think they're talking about you, because though Jeff is pretty, I think hot chick is about you. I'm guessing.
My boobs are bigger, but you know, That's my moobs. But anyway.
Yeah, well, look, she has pigtails, Jeff. You know, so
I
fuck
know.
off, okay? No, but you do have a Rumble account. You're on
I
Rumble
do.
right now.
Yeah, I'm live on Rumble right now. Right now, the link is in the chat. I mean,
Do you
in
have
the,
a locals?
Well, I did set up one, and then they never approved me, or I never heard back. So,
Oh my gosh, let me
I
help
have
you,
to-
please.
I have
I'll
to-
get you set up.
Well, like VeVite gave me a contact info, and I was supposed to contact them, but then things happened, and I didn't.
I'll get someone to help you out.
Okay, but you've also said you're gonna get my Rumble like check mark thing.
Yeah, the guy, like, we're working on it. We're working on it. I'll get you. I
We're
got
working
you.
on it.
I
Okay.
got you.
I believe
This is
you.
all, like you're working on it, and she hasn't done what she was told to do. So I love these situations. Like why isn't it working out on Rumble? Well, I didn't call the person Viva told me to call, and yeah, we're still working on it. I think I
That's
know why.
locals. That was the local story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Locals, because I told him the same thing. I was like, they never approved me. I don't know what happened. And he's like, I'll put you in contact with my girl. You just call her. And I was like, I got busy and I just never did. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't.
I'll
What
have
do we
my
do on
girl
locals?
contact you on locals. How's that? I'll have my girl contact you rather than you having to do the work.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, that would be
Boom.
great. Yeah, because like
Suck it, Viva. Eat shit, you weird Canadian Afro short bastard who I love very much.
Oh my god, I love Viva too. He's so
He's
great.
great.
We
Jay
live in a
Schwalbach,
third world
thank you
country.
though.
Do they have phones there? What's the weirdest thing anyone has asked you if they have in Mexico?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I had a guy from the United States ask if they had forks in Korea.
They don't though.
Yeah, they had forks and mustard was the two
I
things.
get that because of the whole chopstick
Yeah.
situation. I understand that.
They call forks dingle hoppers and they use them to comb their hair like Kim Jong-il does.
I mean, I've been asked like all sorts of weird questions. I can't really think of the top of my head, but like I remember somebody was like, "Do you guys have like McDonald's there?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like,
wait, in Mexico is everyone's garden amazing?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Me either. I just figured it's nice weather, so they have good gardens.
Oh, I thought that was like a sexual innuendo about like a woman's like down there.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God,
wow, that
dude.
no.
I don't know. I haven't seen Mexican women's down there. I don't know.
Why not?
Even Nick and I didn't go there. The two people that would go there, we didn't even go there with that one. You know, because they're like they do all of the landscaping in America and for the gardens.
Yeah,
and
it was a
grass
racist
cutting
joke
and
about
mowing.
Mexicans.
Holy crap!
And here we are talking
It's
about.
because of you made that face because you're like, is it like? And I'm like, what is that face? Like, are you talking about pussy? I don't understand what's happening.
No,
Nina
if I'm
needs
talking
an
about
award.
pussy, I'll be very direct.
Nina needs an award for making both me and Nick go, what the fuck, Nina?
I'm like, hot damn, I'm talking about like the meme that Mexicans are gardeners in the United States. And Nina's over here talking about stuff and tacos.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
Jesus.
Yes, they're great
That was
gardeners.
good.
Yes,
Wow.
they are.
But now that you mention it, how prolific Tell us about Mexican vagina, please.
I haven't seen enough to be able to comment on it, but I mean, like we have like.
Have
I
any
can
of
tell
us
you
ever
this.
seen enough vagina? I mean, I don't know. if that-
This is true. See, the thing is, though, most of the I can tell you this on
Yeah.
the beach, a lot of the Mexican women are very beautiful and hot.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Most of the fat whales are unfortunately Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like that. That's just the way it is.
No, America's trying to spread fatness to the rest of the world. It's a fucking embarrassment.
Yeah, it's pretty sad because I'll see like a really fat person and I'll be like, oh, I bet like that's an American, and I'm usually right. Mind you, like they're getting bad here too because they just drink so much Coke here. Like it's just
Yeah.
like Mexicans love Coke. It's really bad. And they just
It's because Mexican Coke is
real
good.
good.
You're not wrong because I took like one sip and I was like, this is the stuff of my childhood when they had real sugar in there.
Yeah, that
man."
real
Oh my God,
cane
do you
sugar.
drink- Do you drink Manzanita Sol though?
No.
Oh, it's that apple soda in Mexico. In the,
Oh yes,
that shit's
yes.
so fucking good.
Oh my
Manzanita
God, that
orange
shit
is good.
So good. It's so good, but it's like poison, because if you drink it, you're gonna get so freaking fat in one day because it's all sugar. It's so freaking bad for you. Oh my god. Thank you, Steve Ferguson for $1.99. Nick, tell Nina was Diaz does to the windshield. What?
Nick, tell Nina
Cameron
was Diaz does.
What Cameron Diaz does to the windshield in the movie?
Oh shit, I don't remember.
In what movie? Oh, in
The Counselor.
In The Counselor.
Yeah, I don't remember what Cameron Diaz does to the windshield. She might go through it.
Oh, I don't want to know that. Well, I mean, I don't want to know anything because I want to watch the movie.
Just watch it. Just watch it. So fucking good. God, I wish it was on Prime. I would watch it immediately on Twitch, but it's God, it's a good movie.
Janelle Vargas, thank you for the 2.
Oh, that's what she does to the windshield. Okay, shit, I don't remember that. I'm definitely rewatching it now. Fuck me.
Oh my god, I just saw. Wow.
Well, there's a great show
Spoiler
called
alert.
Titane. It was a French movie that it canned 2 or 3 years ago called Titane, about a woman that has sex with a car and gets pregnant.
Yes, the car devil or whatever. I heard about that. I forget what. Yes.
Titane is the name of the movie. What a weird. It's a French, so it's by default a weird fucking movie.
Did you watch it?
Oh yeah,
You did? Did she actually fuck the car?
Oh no, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. And then she gets pregnant by the car.
Was it a spoiler? Like, did
no.
Ram the spoiler up there?
It's a gear shift, and she's got a hold of the like the 2 side handles.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe that was a real thing, but that was a real thing. Danielle Vargas for 2. Any updates on the Quest Schneider lawsuit, Nick?
No, just waiting. We're 44 days out from our hearing, so I'm just the way it goes. You just have to wait for the judge to issue a ruling. There's nothing you can do about it.
Thank you, Nick Braun, for the $4.99. If your job suspends you for a Karen incident and you are later proven innocent, could there be a grounds to sue your job for suspending you? Great question. The lawyers in this chat.
Not really. It depends on what state you're in. It depends on what state you're in, what contracts you have. But if you're in a right to work state with just a general employment agreement, and they suspend you, no. I mean, the job might think they have a reasonable basis for the suspension. Like if there's a news story that says you did this thing, even if you're proven innocent and it's all ends up to be a hoax, your job is relying on information that they're making a determination on your employment on. So it depends. If you're in a union, maybe. If you're in some contract work and you have strict provisions about what like your behavior is, maybe. But if it's just kind of normal, no, not really. In my opinion, Jeff may have a different opinion, but I think
it's pretty much it. I mean, if it's an at-will state, I mean, I don't like the way your earrings look today. You're fired.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you imagine if that was like actually a thing? Oh my god, I just remembered that I wanted your reaction to something, Nick, on Friday. And we never showed it because your show went off the rails. By the way, that show went off the freaking rails when I left.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about it on my show too.
Unbelievable. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. We'll talk about it. Okay, I'm so glad that you're both here for this because this.
Oh, by the way, Jeff,
so funny.
Yes, sir.
If you want to join, I'm going to do a short show tonight, like 2 hours. If you want to pop on with Nina, you can. You're welcome to join us.
I would love to, but I got about 30 minutes left of lunch, and then I got to go back to work.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're gonna watch this then. There's 2 like 40-second videos that we're gonna watch.
Yeah.
Okay. This is gonna be amazing. So this first one is a CIA propaganda, okay, in Russia that they want people, like they want Russians to basically out people in Russia to the CIA. Okay. It's like a whole thing where they made this like commercial. It's a really depressing commercial.
The life you dreamed of.
Wait. This is not this one. It's the other one.
I don't know what that was, but that was not in English.
Hold on. Hold on. The one that is not in English is actually the real Russian one.
Okay.
Where did it go? It's not this one. Oh no, where did that
Taxi
video
driver.
go? Anyways, they made this really weird video. I'm going to show you this other one that I just exited out of. But they made this weird video where they were like, we need to recruit you. You need to like, talk about like, tell us if you see like, whatever you see, tell us, and like blah, blah, blah. So the Russians, in response to that video, made a video in response to that. And they put that out, and it was hilarious. So this is that video, which is really funny. Here we go.
So this is a CIA video?
No, this is the,
this is the real
response to the CIA video.
Got it.
Is this the life you dreamed of? The path you chosen? Wake up and try to get your job. Plotting your route between mass shooting, the BLM protest, the train going off the rails, and the gay pride parade. But how can you, the common man, change that? Perhaps the good old KGB can help you. Walk up the most suspicious man in a tracksuit in Brighton Beach and say the code phrase, "I want to be a Russian hacker." You will be contacted. KGB, become our comrade today.
Holy shit, that was awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing because this scene here is from that American commercial. I gotta try and find the American commercial, but
holy
fuck,
fuck.
they use like certain scenes in there from the commercial that the Americans had made. So that was like
as soon as I get back to my office, I am sending that to all of my Russian friends.
God, that's fucking great.
Awesome.
This was amazing. I was dying when I saw
There's also another one they do where they just show all these woke, fat, army people, and then they compare and contrast that with like the Russian special forces, and you're like, we lose.
Wow. Oh my God. Yes. I love that one. I've seen that. That one's great. The military one. Southie 31, thank you so much for the very generous Rumble rant for $100. Says law enforcement needs to go back to crime investigators. They should not be there should be no tax breaks on political donation. Nina's boobs are nice. Thank you.
Oh, hey.
Vices are okay, and the popes are getting there.
Thank you.
You got to work on it. Bench press.
Thank you so much. That was very generous. I love when. Go ahead. No, go.
Speaking of which, tomorrow I'll be on with Megan Fox and Chrissy Mayer, and we are going to be talking exclusively about boobs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that's my fault because she was on my stream like a couple of Fridays ago, and that's literally all we talked about for the first hour.
God, I love them. They're so
my
great.
comment was gonna be like, I love when people super chat me to compliment me about my boobs. It's one of the best feelings ever. So
God, I wish I had them. I wish I had boobs.
I know.
I didn't.
Mine would be on display all over.
Oh my God. Okay. I have one more topic that I want to cover before Nick leaves, which is the Target weirdness that's going on about Target. Because they had those weird, what's it called? Like they had bathing suits that are tuck friendly for kids or something.
Tuck friendly?
Yeah, tuck friendly. Target beholds so they had emergency meetings over LGBTQ merchandise and some stores to avoid Bud Light situation because they're like freaking out because people are calling a boycott. You had people like Alex Stein. A shout out to Alex Stein, by the way. Funny. That was funny. He showed up to like a Target store to try on the tuck friendly bathing suit and made a video about it, which was freaking hilarious. Mind you, I thought it was funny, but at the same time, I'm like, when I was like watching him like talk to this girl, I'm like, that girl, she's not getting paid enough for this. Like, this is so funny, but it's just like at the same time, it's kind of sad because I'm like,
it'd be like Undercover Boss, where he pulls her back into the break room and gives her like $30,000 in a new car and pays for college for putting up with it.
Right. And then the same thing kind of happened. I actually saw this posted by Dick Masterson right before we went live. And I was like, okay, I don't know if I can get behind stuff like this, because while I agree that Target shouldn't be selling freaking that kind of merchandise, especially for kids and like blah, blah, blah. I think it's bullshit. I also don't agree with harassing employees of Target.
No, that's ridiculous.
they're just customer service people that work for minimum wage. Like, everybody calm down. Stop. I don't know. I feel like doing this is ridiculous.
Hey, do you guys support the satanic pride propaganda?
Yeah, both.
You support it?
Nailed it, girl. I like her.
What's God gonna think of that?
Good for her.
So you think
she's kind of cute?
You support the propaganda?
I think
targeting
so.
The kids?
Got the hips.
There's nothing targeting kids.
It's all over kids' TV shows. It's all over. They're targeting
Kids
the kids.
can choose to wear whatever they want.
Do you support the sexualization of kids through pride propaganda by corporate?
Is there something that we can help you with?
She works like on the floor for like
Leave her
12 bucks
alone.
an hour. Leave her alone. This is so ridiculous. She's not a corporate head. She's not making the decisions. Like you see these things. Look, I've worked in retail. You see these things, they give you a floor plan. They're like, do it.
Yeah.
That's how retail works. It's not like, you know, you have no say, zero say. You say anything about it and you go outside of that game plan, they'll fire you. You're out of a job. So,
but this is where we dumb down. I mean, as much as I hate him, it used to be Michael Moore would go to the corporate headquarters with his bullhorn in front and demand that the CEO come out and do something. But now it's just like, let's harass the lowest person you can possibly find.
Yeah, like they have any agency and what goes on the shelf or where. They're literally just there. Like, this chick handled it like a champ, though. She's like, "Do you have anything? Can I help you?" Like, I don't know. Leave her alone.
She
it's
did.
like
And
worse,
then,
it's like worse than asking for her number.
This gets more cringe because some other guys there too. This guy.
Do you support this?
I'm not answering any questions, but if you're here to cause any disturbance in the store,
I'm just asking questions. Do you work for the Target? Do you work for Target?
I do actually.
Where's your name tag?
I am the undercover loss prevention.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, get
I'm
the
just asking
fuck
questions.
out.
So do you support this satanic propaganda?
I'm not
like she
answering
does?
your questions. What you need to do is you either need to leave the store.
God will judge you guys.
Okay.
Good.
I can't. You won't if I don't believe in it.
And also, is that our shirt?
Judge not unrighteously. Lest he also
Hey, ma'am,
be
do you support this?
judged, dude.
What did I just say?
You support pride propaganda?
stop.
Whoa,
I
I'm buying
need you-
this.
I need you to.
Whoa, let
you just
go,
said you're
man.
not buying it.
I'm gonna buy it and burn it.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I like how she's like, "That's your choice. You can totally do that."
They don't care, man.
You can't disrupt.
They don't care.
Thanks for
Call the
your
police.
money.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, call him. Trespass me. I don't care, dude.
Dude.
You think I care if you trespass? I've done this
No,
1,000
we never-
times.
We never said that.
You guys are satanic.
True.
It's the open
I
satanic.
love her.
I like
Open
her.
Satanists, guys. That's what we're gonna get up against. It's open Satanists like her.
Why is Camelot harassing her?
Hey, excuse me. Do you support pride?
No, you can't disrupt any more guests.
you need
You
to
need
stop.
to leave.
He does look like Camelot.
Sir, do you support the satanic pride propaganda?
I'm gonna go burn this shirt.
He doesn't.
No, he just doesn't care.
He's like, "I'm gonna go burn this shirt, but you want to bang first in the back office?"
After you trespass me, you want to go smash?
Yeah,
go knock boots in your
maybe I'll
slobber pocket?
plow you
Oof.
afterwards.
All right.
Oh, God bless Camelot. What a great guy.
No, that son of a bitch. I heard him make fun of me.
Why?
He had Pip on the show. Piece of shit, garbage asshole.
What did he say about you?
He said that every time we hang around it and I turn my head sideways, he has to duck because of my nose. I'll tell you where this nose is going next time I see you, Camelot.
That's mean.
It's going in that prison wallet.
Oh my God. So I don't know. What do you guys think about this whole Target gay?
Leave people the fuck alone. For the love, like, just leave them alone. Yeah, Target sells gay shit. Don't go there.
No.
Like, it's that simple, but just like that lady, leave her the fuck alone. Like you said, she's on the floor. She's making like $12 an hour. It's probably like a second job or like just a help out around job because she has some free time. Like, just fuck off, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just someone's going through a shitty work day, and you come up and you're like, well, do you support this? And you're like, nah, man, I don't even support half the shit on the shelf, but it's on the shelf at Target. Like, I don't.
It's like, I don't support Coca-Cola. I think people should stop drinking that shit, but Target sells it. Like, you know, who cares? Like, it's just like, I don't support a lot of the stuff that Target sells or any store really. Like, stop eating fat food. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can protest Target all you want. You can boycott it. You can write to them. You can go outside their corporate headquarters in Minneapolis and bitch at them. Please do all of those things. That's just a person, though. That's just a normal employee walking around. And they're like, 6 o'clock, I get to go home.
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly.
That's what they're thinking.
Yeah, you're there because you want to. They're there because they need to pay the bills.
Exactly. It's just it makes me upset that, like, I just feel bad. Like, at least Alex Stein wasn't like so annoying about it. Like, he was just like, check out my bathing suit, like, and she's just like, oh god. But like, it's just, I don't know. I don't like seeing. Because I worked in retail and I know what it's like. I don't like seeing retail employees harassed. Like, it's like, I know.
People that treat the retail people, the waitresses, the service people, the one that that scream at someone on the customer service line when they call. Those people are just assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let me get a couple more of these super chats. Thank you, Jamie, for $19.99 or $9.99. Didn't say anything. Thank you. Torgo the Bite for 2 says, mind out of the gutter, Nina. 2 on Reddit. Ooh, look, I don't know. I guess vagina was on my mind for some reason. Big D.
Sounds like you're trying to get your head in that gutter.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It was on my mind too, but even I didn't go. Wow, that's good.
Speaking of getting in, Big D here for $11 says, Nina, check in the documentary by Aaron Gunn. It's about the gov-funded opiate trade that started this year.
Oh, great.
Started this year? We've been dealing with the Colombians for decades.
Yeah, that sounds like it's been an ongoing event. Also, that sounds really like a really fun documentary. It's like hours of fun. Steve Ferguson for $1.99. Damn typos. Buffalo Trace got me tonight. No worries. And Larry, thank you for the member message. Here's another member chat not recognized. Guess what? I recognized it. Jay Schwab for 1112. Okay, right now on Rumble, I searched you, and the only thing there is 6 days ago. This show is not there. I want to give you money because Ricada is what? Ricada is so hot. P.S. Even Williams, 1999. What? There's a link in the description for the show. Here, I'm gonna drop it in the chat right now.
Pull it up. Stream snipe us.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll do that.
Like Inception level shit there.
That's funny. Hold on. Oh my god. That's the one thing about Rumble that I don't like is that it does not work with Chrome. So you're like, oh my god, why?
Rumble works with Chrome for me.
Doesn't work for me at all. Here we go. I'm stream
There we are. We're on Rumble right there.
And now I'm gonna drop it in the chat so you can see it.
Oh shit.
There you go. It's Inception. Thank you.
The Rumble search does need work though. Like, that's true. That's a real thing that needs to happen.
It needs to. Steve Ferguson for $1.99. Damn typo. Oh yeah, got that one. Thank you so very much. And I had another Rumble rant here for $2. Thank you. So something to make your days better. Found out there's a game called Escape from Diab that's about attractive people trying to escape a fat person apocalypse. It was funded by Nat Health Institute. Wow, that sounds really funny.
I feel attacked.
Oh shit! Did you want me to pull up that thing that Drex tagged us all in, but forgot to add?
Absolutely.
Oh
please.
no! Oh dear.
Jeff knows what it is.
Yes.
I want to know what it was.
Here we go.
Can't be as worse as the thing that was blocked in the comment section though. With the AOC thing.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Oh my god, I saw that too, and I thought that was real, and I was like, wait, what? But that wasn't.
I think AOC. Well, at least AOC in college had a nice rack. I mean, that dancing video. She looked good in that dancing video. I can't. I'm not gonna hate on her for it.
Well, she still looks good. It's just when she opens her mouth, the problems start.
Well, you can stop them, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just needs a ball gag.
Yeah, or like one of those bit gag, like the bit ones.
Yeah.
Jeff, do you want a bit gag or a ball gag?
For
or the
use
open
on
ring,
someone
the
else,
ring open mouth gag. No, for you.
Oh no, none. I'll pass. Sorry, none for me.
Okay, so here's this thing. Let me turn the volume on. This is what Drex tagged us all in on Twitter, but forgot to actually like put there.
Hey Sam, how you doing, mate? It's your birthday. We're gonna be celebrating and get drunk.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Sam
What
Smith, and enjoy yourselves.
Have a nice birthday, but all your best wishes it can come true. And happy birthday, Sam Smith. With all, I'm so proud of all your success. Happy birthday. Have a great one.
You say I'm crazy, but happy birthday, Sam.
Unholy.
One time.
Unholy. What is on the wall? Hey?
I mean, okay, the first one was kind of cute. Like it was, you know, he's just a very autistic person, and
Yeah.
then it like
Yeah.
the
If
ones
you took
after
all those extra chromosomes, you could almost make another person.
that was the story.
God damn it, Jeff.
Fucking Jeff. Oh my god.
Wow. Remember that episode where Corky burned down the restaurant?
That was wild, man. That was a feast for the eyes. By the way, did you guys hear that BLM is headed for insolvency after plunging 8.5 million into the red?
Well, it's because they plunged 70 million into the owner's mansion collection.
God, I want a mansion collection. Why can't
thought
I
that's
trick a
funny.
bunch of black people into giving me all their money and sad white people on behalf of black people? Damn it!
And the sad thing is, it wasn't long enough. It wasn't around long enough for a guy from Utah to stop thinking Bureau of Land Management every time someone says BLM. It's still the first place my brain goes. I'm like, yeah, that's the only BLM we had in Utah growing up. It's
That's funny. Oh my god, I love it. But yeah, it's just it's what a crazy day. Like I saw this thing too. Like speaking of third world countries, earlier we were talking about it. You were asking me about Mexico.
Yeah.
Dude, this dude, he lives in San Francisco.
Good evening. Yeah.
Fucking insane.
It's next level.
Insane.
San Francisco. I'm walking home right now.
Somebody stab him.
As you can see, my community has become completely uninhabitable. I'm paying
No, it's very inhabited.
$1 a month in rent.
$1,200 a month in rent to live here.
Surrounded with bodies, fecal needles, and foil.
It's crazy.
I can't keep living like this.
I feel so bad for this dude that like has to live here. See, and like yes, Mexico is really like it's messed up, obviously. Like there's bad situations everywhere, but like we don't have anything here where I live. Like anything like that. Like
Yeah.
they don't have tent cities set up. You know what's so crazy is one of the things that I noticed about Mexico when I moved here is that the poor people work. Like even when you have was that your dog?
No, it was just the wind.
Oh, okay.
The door.
Jeff has like several ghost sounds every
I
stream.
know, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm a noisy streamer.
No, it's all good. When
Can't
like
take me anywhere.
when we have like the poor people here, they'll do anything like on the street, they'll like juggle, they're always working. Like no matter what, they work. It doesn't matter what it is, they'll just work. They'll do something to entertain people for tips. And it's like that's why they don't really have homeless here, because no matter, even if they're homeless, they'll like work. Like it's just really crazy. So I just it makes me sad. And you know, I've heard this a lot, and this is kind of true because I lived in Vancouver and I know, but in like East Hastings, that was like that forever. East Hastings has looked like that forever, but it's like it's nowhere else. It's very contained within this one street. Whereas, and I've heard that San Francisco, that's like everywhere now. It's not just like one street of like a certain strip or something like that. It's like apparently all over San Francisco now, which is kind of really freaking sad.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I was in uptown Minneapolis yesterday with Lady Rackets, and I parked, and it was like 30-minute parking. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know if we're going to be done in 30 minutes, but We'll risk it. Hopefully we don't get a ticket. And then I walk up a half block and there's a fucking tent on the sidewalk. Like there's a pallet that the person set down, a tent on top of the pallet, and they're just in there, just, you know, living on the, and I'm like, how are you going to give cars tickets? But you got motherfuckers living on the sidewalk in a tent, and that's fine. Like what the hell is going on here?
Darren says Vancouver's worse now. It's spreading, Nina. That's terrible. That's just freaking terrible. This is the liberals, man. Liberals and the lefties in charge. This is what happened. This is what's happening. Slagloss, thank you for the 550. Watching that video reminded me to play some Bolt Gun and purge the heretics.
Yes.
Nice chesticles, Nina. Thank you. I appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
I'm buying Bolt Gun. I can't wait.
Oh my God. Well, that's pretty much all the topics I had for tonight. So if Nick, if you want to bounce and go.
Yeah, I'm going to bounce. I'm going to hit the bathroom and say goodnight to my kids. And then I'm going to be starting up my show. You can join me whenever. And, and Jeff, I love you, brother. If you happen to get a break, I'll send you the link. If you happen to get, have a slow day, if you want to pop in, go ahead. But again, my show's probably, guys, I'm exhausted lately. This week is fucking horrifying. It's probably going to be just a pretty short show, around 2 hours. So, but Nina, I will look forward to seeing you and your chesticles there, because
I will be there
mentioning them.
No worries. The chesticles will be there. They are attached to me.
Perfect. Fantastic. All right. And Jeff, brother, you can bring your chesticles anytime.
Sweet.
Catch you guys later. Chat.
See you later, Nick.
See you then. Peace. Peace.
Jeff, I just wanted to make sure that I get a few minutes with you. I know that sounds
okay.
A few minutes alone with you, because you know, this was supposed to be our show, but now.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just the time zones and date lines and things. You know.
I know it's, but I wanted to, I really want to say thank you for taking the time to come on here, because it's really fun to always like discuss stuff with you, and I want you to come back, and then I want to have more another discussion with you where we talk about, like, you know, your move to Korea and, like, you know, all those kind of little details that I want to get to know about you. Okay, so this is not
now. I've been on your on Nina Infinity. I can die happy now.
Yeah, and then you're gonna come back. And also, yes, big shout out to my girl Tina Turner. Thank you for reminding me, chat. I'm a huge fan of Tina Turner. Do you love Tina Turner too?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm like, literally, I was like singing her song the other day because we play Conan Exiles.
Yeah.
So we're making this place called Timmy Hooters, which is like a combination of Tim Hortons and Hooters. So, and we're putting like all of our entertainers there. So whenever like the entertainers are dancing and I'm getting the corruption taken down. I know this sounds probably like what are you talking about? But anytime I see a dancer, I'm always like, she's a private dancer, she's dancing for money. And like, you know, I'm always singing that song. And so like the other day, when I heard about Tina's passing, I was like, she's dancing up there now.
You can come to Korea and mourn, because a couple of months from now, we're going to be getting our first Timmy's in Seoul.
That's amazing. Oh, I love that. We got apparently Mexico got a Timmy's a few months ago, or like last year or something, but it's all in freaking Mexico City. So, you know, we don't get it, but Mexico City always freaking gets everything. But hey, it is what it is. That's you know, corporate world for you. But again, Jeff, thank you so much for coming on. It was so fun to hang out with you. Plug your wares. Let everyone know where they can find you.
Right there, Legal Vices. That's me. Gee, what do we got? Tonight we have Danny on direct. Tomorrow, Steph the Alter Nerd, who is just funny as hell. Next Monday, Lawn Lumber Robin. Next Friday will be Drex. So that's kind of the next week and a half.
Drex.
Yeah.
He's fun.
Oh yeah.
He's very, very fun.
I always love having people on that are like, I hate Drex. He's scary. And then they come on, everybody loves him by the end.
Aw, Drex is he's just a funny guy. He's just a very, very funny guy. I feel like Drex is a little bit too black-pilled sometimes. So I tried to white pill him, but he's really not into the white pill. Like he just does not believe that there's any good.
Unless it has boobs, then he's into the white pill.
Maybe, you know what? That's true because he's definitely not into the black pill on that one. Like he's like, he's not into it. Let me see. Is Nick? Did Nick set up the stream yet? Because if he did, he did set it up. Smart boy. Okay, here we go.
You can still go for another 20 minutes before you can still safely go another 20 minutes before he'll start. So.
Oh my God. Well, I'm going to put Nick's link is in the chat, as well as I'll just like do one of those weird raid things because I think he's allowed my channel to raid his. Let's see. I can do this now. I think it was you that taught me last time, wasn't it? No, it's Camelot.
Yeah.
Camelot. He's so funny, Camelot.
Everybody's funny if you just don't cause drama and just listen. Well, not everybody. The funny people.
Yeah, no, not everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you see what happened on Nick's show on Friday? I was like, bruh.
Before or after I got there? Oh, Camelot was gone by the time I got there. No,
Oh,
Camelot
that's right.
didn't
You
show
were
up. He was
there. No, that's right. You were there. No, after I left.
I can't
when Jess, like when.
Oh.
when
yeah. Jess is.
I was like, what is happening? Because like Nick or Anna was like texting me and she's like, what is going on? I was like, dude, what happened? Like, because I left, like I had a stomach ache, I had to leave. And then like, you know, she's just like, I don't even know this girl. I was like, what is going on? Let's see. She's I think Anna felt attacked a little bit, but she was like, well, she was drunk, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Well.
Okay, yeah. I can't redirect. But anyways, I put the link there. And of course, I'm going there as well. So everybody go to Nick Rekieta's place to be. Rekieta Law. That's his channel. I always mix that up because it's like Nick Rekieta Law.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways. Rekieta Law, thank you for watching the 60th show. It was amazing. I love these guys. And Jeff will be back. We're going to have to do it again for sure.
Absolutely. You're awesome.
Another time. I love you. And love you, chat. Thank you so much to those of you who super chatted. If you became a member, if you gifted memberships, you guys are amazing. Thank you for supporting the channel. Jay Schwalbach, I hope you found Rumble because that is happening. That's a thing now. So get over there on Rumble, everybody. Everybody get over on Rumble in general. And also, all of Jeff's links are in the description, including his Rumble account. So make sure you are subscribed to all of that stuff. Until next time, you guys, have a good one. Take care. Bye.